after that, it's over. Oh my gosh, I love this.
Don Lemon, who's a loser, lightweight. I saw him the way he walked in that church. It was terrible.
They're giving you the N-word treatment.
Sucker, stop.
It's rooted in homophobia and racism.
I'll be very respectful. Please don't push me, though.
Now you're finding out, you dumb idiots. Now you're just figuring this out. You're so stupid and you deserve it.
Don Lemon has been defeated, ladies and gentlemen. This guy has been arrested for his shenanigans pulling up on a church. He should have known better. Okay, look. I think I said in the last video that this guy probably wasn't going to get arrested. I was wrong, apparently, because they got him now. I don't know, obviously, what's going to happen with the charges. I think no matter what, I think it's going to be difficult to, really put him like in prison, but they got him, ladies and gentlemen. So at least for the time being, he's either very miserable or very happy. So he's not in the prison. So, they probably ain't really got too many people that's like him in the jail system. But guys, this is what happens when you run up in a church shouting down people, taking away other people's First Amendment rights. You can't just scream First Amendment, First Amendment. How many times we seen stupid people say this, like if they get fired from their job or something, it's my First Amendment. Like, no, fool. Your First Amendment just mean the government can't just come and arrest you arbitrarily for speaking on something that they don't want you to speak on. But it doesn't protect you from going up in a church and terrorizing the people there. But let's go ahead and react to Fox News. They got a little bit more details on this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Alert, journalist Don Lemon has been arrested in connection with an anti-ICE protest at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Good.
Bill Melugin joins us now with more on this breaking news. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Charlie, good morning to you. Our colleague David Spunt and I getting this breaking news from multiple law enforcement sources just minutes ago, confirming that former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning at a hotel. This obviously all in connection with that storming of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota by that group of anti-ICE agitators. Now remember, the feds had gone to judges to try to get Don Lemon arrested before. They went to a magistrate judge in Minnesota who didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to a judge above him. He didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to an appeals court. They also decided not to sign off for an arrest warrant for him. So there was experts who were predicting that perhaps the feds would go to a grand jury. It remains to be seen if that's what happened here, but we can confirm that Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents just after midnight Los Angeles time at a hotel. Now, typically, standard procedure with an arrest like this is the defendant will likely make their first court appearance sometime the same day. So there's a chance we may see Don Lemon make his first court appearance in Los Angeles sometime today. But obviously, this is going to grab all sorts of headlines. 3 other protesters from that church storming, have already been arrested, including who the feds say was.
Look at this picture. Boy, this is pitiful. You couldn't have stayed outside the dang church. Stop messing with people in the house of God, bro. Like, for real. Let's keep going.
The organizer of that protest, the woman in the middle there is a school board member in St. Paul, and then the mugshot on the right is an online personality / agitator, if you want to call him that. He's known as the Woke Farmer. Those were the 3 people that the feds had already arrested, but we have confirmed that Don Lemon has now been arrested in Los Angeles in connection with that viral incident. We all saw the video of it that spread and drew widespread condemnation. The feds have been going after these people on FACE Act violations. So this is still breaking news. Once we get more details about the potential charges here, a court appearance, we'll, of course, update our viewers, guys.
Really appreciate it. Of course, if it was a grand jury that did indict him, that's pretty unimpeachable. Bill Melugin, thank you so much.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing is they said it might have been they don't know, but it does sound like by the process of elimination that may have been what happened. But that information, at least according to what I've seen, has not been revealed yet. But guys, I'm not going to just go on and on talking about this. I just think it's hilarious that this happened to begin with. Well, not that the church was basically attacked, but that these dummies thought that they could get away with it, right? They thought that they was going to have people going all across the country just busting down church doors. That's, I'm sure, what they would love to do. You don't see them going to synagogues and mosques and, you know, wherever else doing this, right? But they decide to pick on Christianity specifically and call them bad Christians and all this stuff. Things that people, you know, should never do. You know, everybody's, you know, relationship with the Lord is their own. It is what the freak it is. But I know one thing is you ain't ever catch me going and busting down somebody's church, telling them what to do and what to support or what not to support. And, you know, if they want open borders in their church, cool. They want open borders in their church. That's not how we roll at any church that I visit. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. You think that just because Don Lemon has been arrested and charged here that he's actually going to serve any time, probation, or, you know, probably a slap on the wrist because he didn't like go as far as some of these other protesters? Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cyber Noodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you. Shout out to the MVPs who made it through to the end of this video. I got a little bonus clip for you of Brian Stelter of Fake News CNN melting down about Don Lemon being arrested here. So take a quick peek.
Disturbing escalation against reporting in America. And I would also put it in the framework of protests. You know, this is part of an ongoing pressure campaign against protests, especially the kind of provocative anti-Trump protest action that we have seen makes the administration so uncomfortable and frankly makes some voters very uncomfortable. This is an action, this arrest of Don Lemon, this arrest of this independent journalist who is live streaming and reporting in Minnesota. This is something that some MAGA loyalists have been demanding. They've been wanting to see it happen. When Trump promised retribution, this is the kind of retribution that some of his voters, not all, but some of his voters wanted to see. And I think that is, for better or for worse, some of the context for what we're seeing this morning. In this, you know, the First Amendment is meant to protect both a reporter's right to report, but also a congregation's right to worship. So legal experts might say this is somewhat complicated, although Lemon said all along he was there as a reporter, not as an activist, and he did a really important job showing people, all of us now who can watch the video, what happened inside that church. I want to back up to that Sunday morning. That intrusion into City's church was sincerely shocking to many, many millions of Americans, and myself included. You know, people, you know, saw that video, they saw Lemon's video, and they were uncomfortable by what happened inside that church. The idea that worship service was disrupted by protesters. And now there's a very interesting debate about whether the protesters were right or whether they were wrong to go into the church. But that is a political debate. And that's a debate about what forms of protest are effective. The Trump administration is moving that political debate into the legal arena and wanting to take it into court and have a court fight. And we know there have been these attempts to arrest some of the other protesters last week who were there.